Well, things are not looking too great. I really thought us Wardens had this wrapped up. I will say, as a solo Logi player, this is kind of one of the tough times to keep motivation going. Two things usually happen. It either motivates me harder to work to keep the front lines stockpiled and going, and do more scooping and things, or I don't know, depending on how long the war's been. Sometimes I'm just like, maybe it's over. But I don't know. I still feel some motivation right now. I'm still going to stick with my side over here on my left side. I could maybe be helping out this right side more, but I'm just going to keep doing my stockpiles and moving my resources and moving everything around over here on the left side. That I would just give a reminder as well that the reason I like kind of making these solo Logi episodes is because I just like explaining kind of my Logi thought process of what I do when I get on every time. I just see a lot of posts on Reddit or in the Discord or just new players that are like, I want to do Logi, and I logged on. I had no idea what I wanted to do. So I kind of just like, walking through my process every time I log on and what Logi task I decide to do. So after looking over the map a little bit, I could start to use the BMATs here, 2K. There's also 231 in the seaport. We really should be using at least maybe 100 of those for crafting here. They don't need to be, not that many BMATs need to be transported. And we have a lot of supplies. I think maybe somebody's inventory may be expired because this just shot up. So we really need to get a freighter and move some crates. So that might be a task tonight. The other one that I found was south over here. We're back to supplying Mercy's Wish. Doesn't have a lot of supplies. There's a lot of flatbeds that we can use. Seaport above it doesn't have a ton of supplies either, but we could still move those supplies down. The main thing will probably be spawning here in Fading Lights and getting the one dune truck there and starting to take some BMATs there. And hopefully I'll switch it out for a flatbed and then go from there. Everyone, you need to make sure you clean these inventories up. I'm really lucky that someone left a Logi truck here. This is going to help a lot. I'm going to transport a ton of BMATs over to this storage unit. So that way when I do come back, I'll be able to get a flatbed and get a bunch of BMATs. I didn't mention previously, but one of the reasons I chose this exact spot is because the refinery does have 9K plus BMATs. Normally in that case, I'm going to try and dwindle it down to about 2K and then start on my next objective. Easy task that gives me some commends. I have a ton of commends to give out, so I need to thank these people properly as well. And we'll keep doing this. All right, I put about 60 crates of BMATs in here. I have 15 crates in my Logi truck here that I am going to be delivering down to Mercy's Wish, as they are going to be needing some more BMATs, just more materials overall. And what I'm going to do is switch my Logi truck out for the flatbed and a storage crate, and then let me check real quick. I'm thinking I might stop here and take this supplies, or if I don't do that, I'll think about it a little bit more while I'm driving down. I might just come straight back up here and get the B mats and some of the supplies they have up here. Apparently there is a queue to get in here, which is interesting. Something I forgot to mention as well is I usually normally like to talk about how long an objective took me. So switching those B mats over to the storage depot where other players can see it, where I can see it for a flatbed. Switching 75 crates took me probably a little over 15 minutes. Something I just thought about as well is this storage depot to the west of Mercy's Wish usually has a lot of supplies as well. Could potentially take the flatbed over here and take a few supplies. It looks like it just has a lot of anti-tank and artillery, but we'll look again here in a minute. I'm really hoping next war facilities are just a lot more efficient. As a Logi player, I just hate seeing like this right here. I mean, there's just 3 flatbeds being unused sitting right here that we could be using for transporting supplies, and I just see a lot of facilities with a lot of vehicles that are just, you know, not being used efficiently, and it's sad. Something else I forgot to check was the Buckler Sound seaports, which is a very new mistake on my end because I normally check this all the time before doing a lot of objectives. And looking at it, it has an abundance of supplies. It has 3 flatbeds as well. If I can actually load up, might actually load up 3 flatbeds of 60 inventory and just drive them down to Mercy's Wish. And then I'll return them later or something, but I think that's the play because it has 562 B mats. That's way too much. We might even should be using it to put it in this factory and start some crafting, which maybe I'll do after I run these 3 flatbeds down. But that's the next objective. So for this first storage crate, down to Mercy's Wish, I'm going to do 30 crates of B mats and then 30 crates of shirts. I feel like that'll be the most useful at first, and then I'll probably look towards doing some medical and utility for the second crate, and then the third crate might be a mix of sort of infantry and maybe shirts again. How's it going? Yeah, I'm doing well too. Honk honk. I just clicked the wrong button. Why did they put these 2 buttons next to each other? Submit loading area and then it reset. Oh. Wow, the warden morale is so down. In Stone Cradle, we only have 4 people. I will click the right button this time. .360 no scope Logi player.
What's up, Robert?
Yo, yo.
Taking supplies to Mercy?
Yes, I am, and you're doing the Lord's work. Thanks for building.
Yeah, no problem, man.
Cheers.
Someone's got to do it.
I know. I love you guys. Well, my objective has been derailed a little bit by us losing this storage depot, which happens quite a bit in Mercy's Wish, which is unfortunate. Just really easy to get artilleried, and yeah, so that was my whole plan, to fill that bunker, get some supplies going. And now I have these 30 crates of B mats that I can't do anything with. Really lagging in this region. I guess I just drop them off at this depot. That's my next best solution, honestly. Lots of commends for this drop off here. Not the drop off that I wanted, but it'll have to do. We are going to attempt to rebuild the storage unit in Mercy's Wish ourselves. This place is just too laggy for me, but we are rebuilding it. It's done. I built the storage unit back. I can try and deliver to it again. We are going to do a second attempt at Mercy's Wish. Since I restored the storage depot, we're going to bring some B-mats and probably some other materials as well. Maybe some infantry. I think they might need it right now. We got a busy port tonight.
Yep.
I'm almost done. Sorry, gang. Alright, for this second attempt, we decided to go with 30 B-mats and then a bunch of infantry items, so hopefully they can hold off on the bridge. All yours, friend.
Thank you very much, friend. Good luck.
You as well. Well, this isn't good. Not ideal at all. We've had a terrible time in Mercy's Wish. This is a good lesson in why it's always good to bring a radio to check on fronts that are very hostile. So that was my bad. I screwed that up. I took the quicker road here. That's the quicker road from Stone Cradle, but I should have taken the safer road here to get to the materials. But they're pushing up really heavily here, so I don't know if it would have made much of a difference. The crate's still right here. If somebody can get to it eventually, they can still take a crane and store it, but Mercy's Wish might be lost tonight. The most useful thing we can do the rest of the night is just dwindle this these B-mats down. 554 crates in one seaport is a little excessive, especially in a little port that has one factory that's not being used. So we're going to just continue to take the B-mats up to this factory and make whatever is useful for the seaport that they're lacking. And we'll just continue to look at it and build what they need. Looking at the seaport supplies, it looks like they could use, at this point, some Alto guns or 12.7, and some med kits, binoculars, things along those lines. I think this has been an appropriate session. I first talked about how we were losing quite a bit, and I just have had some unfortunate events tonight. I've not done a good job as a solo Logi player. I think it's good to admit that. But this was not a super successful night with what my objectives were, and I can do better.